Are you ready?
I'm good.
Okay. So, I bet out of the 5 of us that are in this room, all of us are tired in some sort of way. Maybe less for some of y'all, maybe some of you got more sleep, some of you didn't. I'm a little more tired. And that could be for like a number of reasons. I'm sure as this gets close to the end of the semester, there's more tests, I have a book review due. Also, we've gone nonstop without a spring break. So, there's a lot of reasons that we could actually all be tired. And in preparation for this speech today, I actually took a nap. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. Because not only are naps really nice, and I bet that all of us in here would probably like one, but they can increase your energy, productivity, and overall joy if you do it correctly. So now, I'm sure that you don't really have to be a rocket scientist to understand that if you get more sleep throughout the night and you wake up with the appropriate amount of sleep, you will be more energized throughout the rest of the day than you would if you don't get enough sleep. But this is actually because of a thing called an internal body clock. An article from the Sleep Foundation by a Logan Foley, he writes, "This clock operates on a 24-hour cycle known as the circadian rhythm. After waking up from sleep, you'll become increasingly tired throughout the day. Feelings will peak at your bedtime." And that is just a basic explanation of what the internal body clock is. There's a lot more stuff that could actually go with that. There's like a ton of statistics on like the calories burned normally for amount of sleep and etc. And that all changes. But if you sleep more, you will have increased energy, which of course is common sense. But you can also have increased productivity. And especially if you take a nap during the middle of the day, your productivity can go up throughout the rest of the day. And the same thing happens with the energy. And now I'm sure you're probably asking yourself as I'm kind of like going through the speech, okay, so but if we're running on this internal body clock where when we're sleeping at night, it resets for the next day, does taking a nap during the middle of the day actually, mess it up? Well, it can, but not if you take a nap correctly, which the correct way of taking a nap really would just be whatever time would be appropriate and for the amount of time in which you didn't get a normal sleep. So for someone of your age, you might need less sleep than someone of our age. But for our age in particular, most people say that we need 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. And I'm willing to bet that probably none of us in here actually got 8 to 10 hours of sleep last night. So today, I got, I think, 5 hours of sleep last night. So I slept almost 3 or 4 hours today in preparation for the speech, of course. And not only did that now increase my productivity, because I did get homework done before I actually came to the speech, and not only did that actually increase my energy levels going into the speech, but I'm a lot more happy. And there's a lot of studies that have shown that a quick nap like that, or whatever nap will equal the amount of time that you're supposed to sleep, will actually just make you more happy. A professor named Richard Wiseman from the University of Hampshire says, quote, "Previous research has shown that naps under 30 minutes or a little over an hour make you more focused, productive, creative, and supporting the idea that naps can make you just overall more happy." And yeah. So my advice to all of you going into this with like this now knowledge would probably be just to work out a schedule to where you can take a nap every day. Because I know this seems like a simple request, but all of you are probably looking at me like, well, we have lives. We have things that we have to do throughout the day. But if you plan accordingly based on how much you actually should sleep to whatever nap you want to take, then it's actually not too bad. So say if you want to work late at night on homework to 12 o'clock, and then wake up at 7 to get ready for your next class. Then, if you just take an hour or 2 hour nap after that class in preparation for a class that's an hour or 2 hours away, then that's a complete cycle, and that's not going to mess up your internal body clock, and that's also not going to, really mess with your perception of your tiredness or not. So basically, in all accounts, what I'm telling you all to do after the speech is to go take a nap, because it's really good for you. Increases your happiness, it increases your productivity, your creativity, your desire to be social, and etc. And although a lot of people might see it as lazy, it's actually a way to just end up being more productive.